I am going to share with you documents, official statements, article links, and live traded data from Bloomberg terminals in some of the world's largest banks. I will show you what the final rate of the RV will be. We will explore what's currently being discussed by traders on Wall Street and in London regarding the upcoming revaluation. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Iraqi Dinar Hub channel. If you're new to this channel, welcome to the place where we put out daily, updated videos covering all aspects of the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. And without further ado, let's dive straight into the meat of this video. Now here is the actual official document released by the Baghdad Central Bank. As you can see, it is dated November 15th, 2023, and signed by the Governor of the Central Bank of Iraq. In the document, gives his blessing and authorization for the formation of a committee to oversee the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. The last important detail is that this is not only about the Iraqi dinar, but it also mentions the revaluation of the Vietnamese Dong, meaning this is not a solo act by Iraq. This is a coordinated move with Vietnam. It's no surprise given their close ties and the fact that the Vietnamese ambassador attended the recent economic conference in Erbil, Kurdistan, Iraq. In economics, one of the oldest adages is that commodities go up and currencies come down. What does that mean? Essentially, the law of supply and demand sets prices for both goods and services. Likewise, economic factors determine the exchange rates of currencies. Let's examine the case of Iraq. With vast oil reserves, gold mines, and untapped potential, Iraq holds tremendous value. However, the dinar's value had been artificially suppressed. The same principle applies to Vietnam, a country rich in skilled labor, diverse trade networks, and a growing economy. However, their currency had also been held back. Think of it like this. Imagine having a golden bar worth $1 million priced and sold at a local market for only $10. Doesn't make sense, right? That's essentially what's been happening to Iraq and Vietnam. But now with the release of this document, the price tag is changing. The process of revaluation is initiated, and the world is taking notice. The document alone wouldn't cause panic unless the media picks it up. Thankfully, the Iraqi press didn't waste any time. As you can see from this news article published hours after the official statement, the headline reads, "After a 22-year suspension, Iraq begins revaluing the dinar." This type of coverage helps raise awareness about the impending changes. The entire globe is watching closely. Major financial centers like London and New York are buzzing with this news. This is very serious. And as promised, let's take a look at the Bloomberg screen. Here's a screenshot of the current rates being tracked by some of the world's largest banks. I'm showing you the live data, not an old screenshot. You can see the official Iraqi dinar rate, listed at $14.75 to the US dollar. However, when we scroll down, there's something else. The monitored rate suddenly jumps to $40. That's more than double the official rate. Why is it double? Because that's the rate that's been discussed and estimated by economists, bankers, and traders for months. They've been whispering in dark corners of the city, talking about the inevitable change. And now the change is coming. Before we move on, I want to address something. There are some people who might try to discredit this video by claiming that they showed this information earlier. To them, I say that's beside the point. The main message here is that the action is now happening. This is not some leak. This is not speculation. This is the official release by the central bank. As for those who claim to have known about the revaluation for years, congratulations. You knew something that most economists, bankers, and experts didn't. You saw what was hidden from plain sight. The world is not perfect. Things don't always happen the way we expect. But this moment is undeniable. The fact that the world was caught off guard and no one predicted this release is irrelevant. The main thing is that this is now happening, and it's time to prepare. Let's get back to the Bloomberg terminal screen. It's just below the $40 mark is another number 56. Where did that come from? The rate is mentioned again on the screen. Why is it important, some might ask? Because it signifies the potential upside. If Iraq is playing its cards right and manages to position the dinar strongly, the currency could rise to this level. Think of it like selling a stock you bought for $10 for $56. It has a substantial return on your investment. And that's exactly what could happen for IQD holders. Now, why the delay? Why wasn't the rate immediately set at $56? Well, that's probably due to negotiations. The central bank wants to ensure the best possible deal for the dinar, and it takes time to strike the perfect balance between maximizing value and minimizing risks. As the world processes this news, Iraq and Vietnam are already working on the next steps. Let's see the timeline. Iraq held a crucial economic conference recently. Who attended this event? No less than the governors of the Central Bank of Iraq and the Deputy Prime Minister of Vietnam. At this meeting, they likely discussed the revaluation, coordination, and strategies for a smooth transition. They likely discussed a bunch of things we don't know about yet. In this video, I won't delve into the technical details of how the revaluation works or what mathematical formula was used. Instead, I'll focus on the heart of the issue, the values revealed by the banks. The numbers being bandied about range from $40 to $56. We are now at a critical juncture. Those who've been waiting patiently for this moment will now need to make a decision. Trust me, this is not a drill. The revaluation is here, and the time for action is upon us. You'll start seeing articles like these popping up more frequently. And when it happens, I suggest you watch carefully. The revaluation is no longer a distant rumor. It's a tangible reality. And these headlines will only become more frequent as we move towards implementation. There's a lot to consider, but here's my advice. Be cautious, be smart, and stay vigilant. Don't jump at the first offer you see. Don't trust anyone blindly. Ask questions. Seek professional advice if needed. Your hard-earned money deserves the best. Don't settle for less. And that wraps up this video. We've covered a lot, from the official document to the Bloomberg terminal data. This is not a moment to panic, but to prepare. Stay sharp, keep learning, and most importantly, stay safe. I'll be bringing you updates regularly. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated. Thank you for watching. Till next time.